All right, welcome to the R&R Network. I'm Roger. Lisa's right next to me. Do you want to make a video with me? No, okay. Anyways, we're gonna do a video about things I'm studying for today, and we're gonna talk about basically three things that I'm studying for at the moment, and yeah, yeah, let me get set up because they're right here and I need to use my hands and stuff. So, but yeah, we're gonna talk about what I'm studying for right now. And okay, we'll be back. All right, so I set up the tripod so I could move around and deal with the dogs at the same time. But Lisa's sleeping. She doesn't feel good. But anyways, we're gonna do things I'm studying for. So we'll go over the three things real quick, and then I'll talk a little bit about each one, why I'm doing it, and how I'm studying for it, things like that. So obviously, number one is the N1 test, which is a Japanese test. It's called the Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken. It's a test for foreigners in Japan. I'm not in Japan. And it's an official test for sponsored by the government, I guess, basically. Japan has lots of tests and stuff. They have tests for puzzle makers. I found out before I left, or while I was in Japan, and I'm sure there's a lot of other things where there's tests and stuff. So I used to get a newspaper, a local newspaper. They'd always have like what kind of tests you can take and when they're up. And I'm amazed at some of the stuff that you could take tests for. So but yeah, pretty much Japan has a test for a lot of stuff. But let's go over the three things that I'm studying for right now at the moment. Number one is that, yeah, like I said, the Japanese test. Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken. Number two is CPR. It's an online course with actual practical class that you have to take to, or practical application class, I guess, to show that you could really do the stuff. So, and then the other one is firearms safety certificate. That's exactly what it sounds like. Guns, basically. So, okay, we'll go over the ones. I'll go back over to the Japanese test, and then we'll kind of break down each one. So number one, yeah, is the Nihongo no Ryoku Shiken, Japanese language test, sponsored by Japan. Pretty sure it's the government kind of sanctioned thing. So it evaluates foreigners' levels of Japanese. It goes from N5, which is the lowest, to N1, which is the highest. I never took the lowest ones. I think I took 3 one time a long time ago. Then I got to 2. I passed that real easy, and I've been stuck on 1 for too long. Yeah. In my mind, I passed it. I know I passed it. And I'm still gonna do a video on that, like break down the stats and stuff, the results. If it's still there, I'll have to take a look. If it's not, I don't really care. I already know what's going on. But yeah, the reason why. Whoa, see, that's why we have a tripod. That's not why. That's why. Well, never mind. This is why I wish I had a studio, so I don't have to be bothered when I'm making videos. But I'm just squeezing by making videos when and where I can. So yeah, it's hard sometimes. But anyways, yeah, it's just a revenge thing. It's a personal thing. And it's also kind of a cool thing to take that test, which I've only taken in Japan. Here in America, which is kind of cool. So I'm kind of interested in finding out what the test is like here in America. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Just going to be in... No, it won't be in English. It should be in Japanese, right? So they should have Japanese people at these sites, or people who speak really good Japanese. And yeah, that's going to be interesting. There's different locations in the West Coast and different areas. I think I'm going to stay with the West Coast. The closest one was Los Angeles. I think it was UCLA. I think it was one of those big schools. So that's going to be kind of cool too. So I'm probably going to go with that. Just, it's cool. I've never been to UCLA or USC or whatever, Caltech, or I can't remember where it was at. But it's going to be kind of cool going to a university to look around. It's going to be on a Sunday, so no one will be there. It's going to be pretty cool. And then why? Just because I failed. That's the main reason. And it's just something I really want. We've talked about this before. It's like a Gucci bag. I don't really need it. I just want it. And I felt like I passed the test pretty much. Everything was passing except for one section, which was I don't know how you could get under 50%, to be honest. I got a 16% on the one part. It just doesn't make sense how you could get 16%. Like even if you there's four choices. Even if I just did A the whole time, the chances are 25%, but I got lower than that. So it just kind of still burns me that it was that low. If it was kind of close, I might have let it go. Oh, okay, I did my best, but I felt like I did my best, and it was just some other clerical error, so to speak. So, what I'm doing, I'm making the flashcards. I got some books again, as usual. I didn't get as many books as last time. Just kind of the main company, or one of the main companies, and this one is the most famous, Kanzen, I think it's called, one of the more famous ones. So I went with 3 areas: vocabulary, kanji, and reading. Those are my kind of my weak areas. Listening is always good, and the kanji's coming up, whatnot. But that's what I'm doing. So we're breaking down the book, reading everything, making flashcards. So I'll start memorizing stuff. But a lot of this stuff I studied before, so it's going to be like a refresher and just adding a few more kanji. I can't wait to get started on the reading part. But I've studied that too, so it's going to be a refresher course. So basically everything's kind of a refresher course. But I'm kind of looking forward to it, and I enjoy the studying, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I just break down the book, look up any new words, anything I don't understand, I look it up. Even if I'm 50% understanding, or I kind of think I understand it and I'm not really sure, I look it up anyways and note it down, put it in the flashcards, things like that. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good with that. Just it's kind of a grind there. I just got to go at it, and I've been doing it every day a little bit, even when I work. Even though I'm really tired, I find a way to get in one something, learn one thing in there. On a side note, I'm also learning some Spanish. Nothing too exciting. Number 2, to I guess the least important, I guess. So it's the FSC, the Firearm Safety Certificate, which you need to own a gun here in California. There's a test, I can't remember, I think it was a 25-question test or something, I can't remember, but you gotta get 70%. So I've taken this test before. It's a paper test. You gotta go to a certified office, or a certified DOJ member, something or the other, where they issue the test. It is only a paper test, but when you buy a gun, there is kind of a hands-on test. But that's another thing. But just to buy a gun, you need the firearm safety certificate, and they have todo lo que vea, porque sabe lo que es la todo lo que vea, todito. a shotgun, and then some kind of rifle, like marksmanship stuff I'd like to try. So that's kind of cool. So and that I already read the manual, the guidebook. It's ready to go. So I think next time I have a chance, I'll just go take the test. 25 bucks. Review the test slightly a bit before I go. But yeah, I looked it over. It seems pretty basic, common sense stuff. So yeah, I'm not too worried about that one. The other one I'm gonna go over take is a CPR course, and I'm doing one for children, pediatric CPR and adult CPR and first aid. Like kind of it's a big group of stuff: CPR, AED, and basic first aid for kids and adults. That's the course I'm gonna take. So I'll take the online course, or I already signed up for it. It was $37 online course. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I've done this kind of course before, so yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. I know well, not maybe, but find a better job. The reason this came up was because when I go to donate blood, I asked the workers there, how do you get a job here? What kind of qualifications do you need? Just need CPR. I was like, what? Just CPR? You mean I could work here if I got CPR? And they were like, yeah. I was like, well, guess what I'm gonna do? So, but I've been planning CPR for a long time anyway. So, it's just something I there's a lot of things I wanted to do here in America. Sorry, I gotta check the dogs. Something's going on over there. I might have to stop the video. Let's. Don't think he's going to poo. He went poo in the morning. No, that sounds like pee. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a pee pee now. Yeah, that was a pee pee. Okay, good. So the dogs took off, so I was a little bit worried. But yeah, just CPR, basic first aid, AED, things like that. So yeah, just something useful I think I could use. And I'll probably keep it going. Once I get it, I think the renewal course is a lot easier. I think that's how it goes. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'd like to keep that one going. Both of them I think are pretty easy, not too hard. So that's what I'm doing with the CPR. I'm looking forward to the hands-on class. We'll see how that goes. After that last online course, I got 90 days to take a regular class to finish up the skills part, the application part of actually doing CPR. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's one of those things I wanted to do. Came back to America during volunteering for stuff, CPR, maybe a forklift license too. I'd like to maybe look into or get at. So, but those are the three things I'm studying for right now. The gun thing is kind of finished. That's okay. CPR, I'm about to start probably a little later today. I'll look at the video. I don't think I'm actually gonna like listen to it, but just kind of see what it's like. So that's already on the computer. You could do it on the computer or tablet, or on your smartphone, mobile stuff. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, those are the three things that I'm going to be studying. Two things now, I guess. I'll be on it every day, a little bit, just kind of grind away, and then see what happens after that. So that's part of the new 2026 what is it, resolutions or kind of plans I had. But they were always here, I always had these plans, but some things kind of set them in motion a lot quicker than I expected. So the blood donation center kind of kick-started that one. The guns was just, it was so easy. It just like, that's it. Because I actually went to look it up one day. I was like, that seems pretty easy. I can do that. So anyways, those are three things I'll be studying. Two things now. And yeah, wish me luck.